Okay, let's start that over. I keep on forgetting certain things, so I forgot to turn on my mic. Welcome to Soul Food, Zen Cooking with Angel Macias. Happy Sunday, and today I'm making a hearty and delicious garbanzo and squash soup. It's going to be really, really, really good for you. So let's go ahead and tell you what the ingredients are. Today's ingredients are, of course, garbanzos, and I cooked these. I pre-cooked these, so you can pre-cook any type of beans, the night before you're going to prepare them. You will need garbanzos. You will need, of course, the squash, and I like the Mexican squash. 1 jalapeno, and depends on however spicy you want it. 2 tomatoes, depending on the size. Garlic, onion, salt and pepper, and of course your vegan-less bouillon. We are going to light our sage today. Today's a special day. We're celebrating the life and legacy of Miss Kimberly Maddox. So I have her flag that was presented to me the day we had her services, her celebration of life services, and we have her hat, and then we have the bouquet of beautiful flowers that my friend Renita brought with all white with 1 red rose in the middle, symbolizing Kim's heart. Okay, so hi Ruby, how are you? ¿Cómo estás, corazón? Espero que todo te siga saliendo bien. Yo sé que ahorita está el tiempo muy difícil, pero sigue echándole ganas, mi reina. Lilia, hola Lilia, ¿cómo estás? Feliz dominguito. Vamos a hacer una sopa vegana. Nosotros nomás le decimos garbanzos, la sopita de garbanzos. Pero quiero decirles bienvenidas. Ahora estamos celebrando el legado y la vida de Kimberly Maddox, que nos dejó un gran legado. Pero aquí estamos todavía echándole ganas y haciendo muchas cosas buenas en su nombre. So we're doing a lot of things in Kim's honor, in Kim's name, and that is what brings me joy. Just doing really good things for people on behalf of Kim. And today I'm going to give you an opportunity for you to also do something, to pay it forward, to do something in honor of Kim. If you could make a donation today, the proceeds are going to go to the Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship. Last year, we were able to give the scholarship to a deserving young Latina, and we gave her $7,000. The year before, it was another young deserving young lady. She got $5,000. So hopefully, within the coming years, we can increase the amount that we donate to these wonderful women. It doesn't always have to be a female. It could be a male that's just doing extraordinary things and having amazing grades. But always having love for the community and to pay it forward. So I haven't lit my sage. Yes, Kim's legacy must live on. I'm going to be a little strange today, so please don't mind my voice coming and going. Yesterday was a very, very tough day for myself and for my daughters because we remembered the day that Kim passed away. But we try to do it with love and with joy in our heart. So since today's a special day, we're going to do some Palo Santo and some sage. Palo Santo, you use it for cleansing and for just special rituals. Uh-oh. See, I have a backup. My lighters aren't working today. There it goes. Right. So let's see if this works out. There it goes. So I light the charcoal first, and then I place the the sage and the Palo Santo on top of it. And for many centuries, the tribes, the Aztec Indian, the American Indians have used sage and Palo Santo to just to call in the spirits, to cleanse a space. And if you haven't tried it, it's just a soothing and relaxing feeling you just get. Just you can clean your house physically, but you can also cleanse it spiritually to just attract all the positive energies and call upon your ancestors and the spirits to guide you and to be with you. So we're calling the spirits to guide us and to be with us today. I can smell the yummy sage. There it goes. Yes. Okay. And let's see what the universe has. Oh, thank you, Renee. Thank you for donating. 88, her favorite numbers, 8. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Marley. Today we're celebrating the life and the legacy of my wifey, Kim Maddox. And we're making a vegan garbanzo and squash soup. It's going to be so good. You guys are going to want to eat this like all the time because it has the Mexican flavors. Okay, so what does the universe have for us today? It says, I experience love wherever I go. Wow. I'm telling you, this is so crazy that the universe always has pre-shuffled these cards for us. Love is everywhere, and I am in love. Okay, love is everywhere, and I am loving and lovable. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. Yes, today is about love. I had a Quantum Reiki Healing yesterday session with Diana Norman, and it was awesome because I honestly felt a little broken. You know, I felt a little broken yesterday, and it was such a weird day. It was just weird stuff was happening that I can't even explain. And I had to call upon my CFF family to send me good vibes. And Dianita right away said, I'll do a quantum healing for you. And she did it, and I felt a little bit more relaxed together, but I felt so full of love and peace and just appreciation for the people I have in my life and the people who still check up on me, the people who still make sure that I'm okay and let me know that I matter. Speaking of which, like I was saying, these beautiful flowers were delivered. Renita Samuel, thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you so much. Over 20 years of friendship, and this girl still shows me that I matter to her, I matter in her life, and that she cares about me, my well-being. My daughters had an amazing get-together. They all got together at my daughter Veronica's place, and it was probably one of the rare times that all 4 of my daughters were able to get together and have the children, all my grandkids. I didn't go. I spent my time here with my mama, and just looking at photos and reminiscing and thinking about Kim, and not making sure that her spirit, is still with us, and that we still keep her spirit alive. So, that's some heavy stuff. So yes, it's all about love. I don't care what you say, what you may say to yourself to convince yourself that you don't need anybody in your life, that, you don't need love in your life. The reality is that we are social beings, and what we all want deep down inside is to be loved and accepted and to belong. So once we understand that, we know how to act accordingly. You're not going to live your life being an asshole if you want to be loved. You get what you give. Whatever you put out into the universe, it's going to come back to you, So hopefully we get more people that are loving and giving. And I just pray that you all are having a great Sunday today, okay? So let's start cooking. So I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And I already chopped like half an onion, the sweet white onions. I like these because they don't have that sharp, spicy taste. These are really, really good onions. So because you want to give it as much flavor as possible, you want to develop those flavors, I'm going to put the whole thing in. And as you can see, if you see the palm of my hand, it's not that big. So I'm going to put the entire onion. And remember what I told you, every time you chop or you're cutting anything, meat, vegetables, you always curl your fingers. And then you make sure you cut even little slices, because your presentation does matter, and it just looks prettier when everything is nice and even and uniform and chopped really nicely, because people can tell if you put your love into it, if you really want it to cook. Okay, make sure you watch your fingers and just do the chopping action. Yeah, I thought my microphone was turned on, but of course it wasn't, so you guys probably missed. I can't even remember what I started saying, but I was welcoming everybody. I'd like to give a shout out to Mark Anthony Marquez for raising funding. He raised $300 for our VIP mentoring program for the by people of color, for our youth, for the people we serve that need food and clothing and love more than anything, So here we go. Here's the onion. So you're going to start with the onion first. And you do that so that you can get a nice little translucent onion. So you put that in your pot. And then you're going to give it a stir. Notice I didn't say steer. I didn't say steer anymore. I said stir. Okay. That sage and that Palo Santo together smells so good. Sage and Palo Santo, you guys. And as I posted yesterday, in quite a few tribes, when you want to express to your fellow tribesmen, to your family member, or to your friends, that you care about them and that you love them, instead of saying I love you, you just hold on to their shoulder and you say, I see you. You look into their eyes and you say, I see you, which means I see your soul. I see you. I see your essence. I see what you're all about. And I know what you're going through. And pretty much I'm here. When you touch them and you say, I see you, it means I'm here and I love you. So I see you and I love you. If y'all need anything, please, please, please reach out. Been trying to coordinate my beautiful Ceci's delivery of her goodies, and it'll happen. It will happen. As a matter of fact, I'll deliver them personally tomorrow, Ceci. You sent me your address. Okay, so I have your address now. And I will let you know what time, and we'll just make it happen, because you're just such an amazing friend and supporter. And I haven't seen you on here, but I wanted to share. You asked me to share more stories about Kim and I, and I wanted to share a story. But if you're not watching, hi Beatrice. Kim used to call Beatrice. You know, my wifey was Southern, so she had a certain way of speaking. Okay, so we have the onion in there, and we're just sauteing it, making it look translucent. And what I want to do now is I want to add the a little bit of garlic. Well, not a little bit. I mean, these are 4 cloves of garlic. A lot of bit of garlic. You can add as much garlic as you want. Again, garlic has a lot of healing properties. So if you cook with garlic, it not only makes your food taste delicious, but you're also healing your body. You're helping your body. You're helping your digestion. You're helping fight infection, your immune system, so many things. So make sure that you chop it really nice and fine, and that you always curl your fingers. And I have my flame. I don't have a flame. My my stove top is on a just medium, low to medium heat today. We're doing low and slow. If you have if you want to use like the zucchini instead of the Mexican squash, you can use zucchini as well. The more vegetables you actually put in here, the better. But I just love the taste of the garbanzos and the texture. You can make it really creamy, or you can make it like really like hearty. It depends on how long you cook them. So if you want like a really creamy soup, you cook them longer. You can even liquefy them and do the same thing with like we're doing here. Okay. So today, y'all, I'm just gonna cook. I'm gonna take it easy. I will have a glass of champagne. I will toast to Kim's life. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I need you to grab your favorite drink today and toast to Kim, to Kim's legacy, to Kim's love, and whatever stories you have. If you could please share them with me, please tag me, share your Kim stories and tag me on Facebook or on Instagram, so that I can compile them on a little book, a little Kim book, on how she changed your life, how she influenced your life, if she ever said anything profound to you, if she ever did anything profound. I never knew that Kim helped so many people, because she wouldn't always tell me who she was. Hi, Bob Cabeza, ¿cómo estás, amor? Happy Sunday. So Kim would never tell me like exactly everybody she helped, but when she passed away, so many people sent me stories, and so many people sent me emails and texts, and actually told me stories about Kim helping them, either purchasing something that they needed to keep going to school, or stuff for graduation. I mean, this woman was amazing, and therefore it is really hard not to get sad and not to think about her. We miss her. We miss her every day. She was such a great part of our lives. How can you just, forget about her? We will never forget about her. So I know she helped a lot of people in the community. And if you have a Kim story, please let me know. Please write it. Please email it. Text it. Write it on Facebook. Share it. However you want to do it. But please put it out there. We do want to make a little Kim book so that we could share with her family. Her family in Jacksonville, Florida, or wherever they may reside right now. I want to share it with my daughters, with our grandkids, and just so whoever didn't get to meet her in person can get to know her. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am adding a jalapeno. Now this one is from the Mexican store. So if you get these from like Trader Joe's, they're not really hot, but if you get them from the Mexican store, yeah, this one's a little spicy. So if you get them from the Mexican store, more than likely they're going to be spicy because we're Mexican. We like spicy. We like spicy food. My mom said a chile without having any spice just tastes like a plant. Just tastes like you're eating grass, she would say. So she likes her chiles. So I'm taking out all the seeds, and if you could see, I'm taking out all the ribs so that I can remove some of the spice, some of the heat. Okay, I'm one to, if I'm gonna make like a soup, like a caldo de camarón or anything, any seafood soup, I love putting a lot of spice. I like adding, making it spicy. Well, not really a lot where I can't handle it, but that spice that just hits you in the back of your throat with some lime. What I'm doing now is julienne. This is called julienne. I'm chopping my jalapeno in like julienne, which means little slices, like the thin little slices like this. So yes, I'm gonna have to wash my hands really, really well after, because I don't want to touch my eyeballs and make them hurt, make them burn. If you've never experienced the burn of a hot pepper after you handled it, whew, I don't care what you touch, it hurts, and it lingers too. I don't care how much water you put in it, it just takes time. Okay, so I added my onion, I added my garlic. Now I'm going to add the jalapeno. As I said, my mom really, she whenever I feed her, she always asks me for the salsa. Do you have any salsa? And if I put like tapatio or any type of bottled salsa, she stares at me with this like, really? You're gonna give me this type of stuff? So she loves her homemade salsa, especially salsa de molcajete, which is the one that you make on that stone. It's really yummy. Okay, so I'm sauteing the onion, the garlic, and the peppers, and it's on a low to medium flame, just so we can develop the flavors and so that all the flavors can melt together. Okay, so now we're gonna do the tomato, but we're gonna put this to the side because you don't add the tomato right away because you still want it to maintain its texture, like a little bit of texture. You don't want it to completely like melt. If you add it right now, it'll just disintegrate. Well, which is cool if you just wanna have like a little tomato salsa, but I just want to have a little bit of texture to this. So what I do is I slice it, in little slices, and then I cut it long ways, and then I flip it to cut to make little squares. Watch your fingers. Make sure the knife doesn't slip and accidentally chop your fingers off. Okay, and remember to remove the butt of the tomato, because that doesn't disintegrate. That stays. So just take that off, chop that off. And again, little long slices. Then you flip it over and you make little squares. Make sure you have a really sharp knife, and a knife you can handle. I like the heavy ones because, you know, all you got to do is guide them, and they just do all the chopping for you. Try to make all of your dicing or your cutting, try to make it all the same size, so it'll cook the same, you know, take the same amount of time cooking. Okay, so there's one, and again, we're really developing the flavors, and we're just not like adding a little tiny bit of onion or onion or tomatoes or garlic. We really want the flavor. So that's what we're doing right here. We're developing the flavors. Hi, Marcy. We're doing a vegan garbanzo and calabacita soup, squash. Where's my Marissa and my Jessie? I guess everybody's busy today. Oh, or just chillaxing somewhere at the beach with this nice weather. Go out and enjoy the sun, but just make sure you practice social distancing and take all precautions, because I tried to like go out and support the restaurant business, and, you know, just have a meal outside of their restaurant. I started just feeling really horrible, because I was looking around and there was literally one person out of like maybe 70 people that had a mask. And everybody else was, you know, they were running around, they were touching everything, they were getting really drunk and touching all on each other and stuff. And again, you can believe what you want to believe, but we need to be cautious, you know. It's better to be safe than sorry. That's what my great grandma always used to say. Mejor prevenir que lamentar. You don't want to be, you know, really sick later on, and then of course when you get sick and you don't get services, you're blaming everybody else but yourself. So this is, I know this looks like a lot of tomato. Who's that? Yes, Sassy. Hi, my girl. I was so sad because I didn't see you tune in, and I have your I want to make your delivery tomorrow. Okay, so I got your address now. I'm going to private message you and ask you when as a matter of fact, private message me and let me know what time you're available tomorrow. Okay, so again, I'm going to put the tomatoes to the side, because we're going to add the tomatoes last, because you still want them to keep their texture. Okay, so okay, Ceci, so now that you're on, Ceci wanted, okay, well, before I get into that, because I get into stories and forget it. I just forget about everything else. Before I get into my story, I want you all to, oh, I ripped it. I want you all to know that this September the 17th, we're having a virtual launch party for Long Beach Gives. And we're going to do early giving. Oops. Early giving. So log on to Facebook Live, facebooklive.com /Long Beach Gives. It's our 7-day countdown, 6-day, 7-day countdown. It's going to be the virtual launch party, the kickoff, this Thursday, the 17th, and we're going to be able to do early giving. So if you guys don't want to wait till the 24th to start giving to California Families in Focus or any of these other amazing nonprofits that are here in Long Beach, please save the date and log on. Again, facebook.com /Long Beach Gives, September the 17th. And also these shirts are hand painted and they're sent to us by Mexican artisans. So we have a contact in Mexico. The Mexican artisans sit down and actually hand paint all of these shirts, and they're Zen shirts. They're for like yoga, meditation. So hit me up if you want one of these shirts. Again, they're hand painted, and these are all the chakras. Okay, hit me up. I'll let you know how to get them, where to get them, but you can contact me and ask me if or just tell me that you need some, that you want some, and I'll connect you immediately. Okay, you guys, so we're putting our little calabacitas, our little squash, in the pot. And this is a one pot meal, so you don't have to do like all that cleaning and stuff. Okay. All right. Again, we're raising money today for the Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship. The Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship that is going to be given to amazing youth that exemplify leadership, everything that Kim stood for. Her ethics, morals, and values. If we find youth that are doing amazing things in the community, we're going to choose them. Athena. Hi, Athena. What's up, wifey? I'm making some healthy vegan food today. It's garbanzo bean with calabacitas, Mexican squash. You can get this all at the Mexican stores, but if you go to El Super, man, they got a bunch of amazing stuff in there. Bread, fresh made pan dulce, Mexican coffee, tamales. They got all kinds of stuff in there. Okay, so we are raising money for the Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship. If you want to donate right now, you can click on the link below, and you could donate. If you want to wait till the 17th to donate through Long Beach Gives, that's okay too. If you want to send us a PayPal donation, go to PayPal, your PayPal, and then just donate to the Kimberly Maddox, specify Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship. Okay, so time to turn this up a notch. And there you go. I'm sauteing the onion, the garlic, and the calabacitas, the squash together. I'm going to again develop the flavors. I'm going to add some salt to this layer of flavor, and I'm going to add some pepper. Just add salt and pepper to taste. And I'm going to add some vegan-less bouillon. It's chickenless, vegan chickenless chicken bouillon. It tastes a little bit like chicken, but it gives it a really nice flavor, y'all. Okay, so again, that's to taste. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the tomato. You don't want, when you're cooking your squash, you don't want it to get mushy either. You want it to still retain some bite, some texture, so that it's really hearty. Okay, so you want to retain that texture. So add your tomato, saute it only a little bit, and then what you're going to do is you're going to add water, and that's going to keep the tomato from disintegrating. Like if you just saute for a long time, your tomato will fall apart. It'll just turn into liquid pretty much. So let me see. I need to show you what I'm doing. See, look at how pretty. You could actually eat this already. Like you can make tacos from this. So if you're looking for some vegetarian tacos, you can actually just use this as the filling. Warm up some tortillas or make some homemade tortillas. I already taught y'all how to do it. Okay, so you're developing the flavor of your dish. Did I turn it on or did I turn it off? Okay, so now, because we don't want the tomato again to disintegrate, we're going to add some water. Okay, and I'm going to add 2 of these of water because we're making soup. Now, if you want a lot of liquid, you can add a lot of liquid. If you don't want so much liquid, then it depends on you too, on your taste. Okay. So 2 of these cups of water, or glasses of water. Then we're going to let all the flavors just marry and marinate. Okay, and we're going to let the salt and pepper, the vegan, the chickenless bouillon. ¿Qué dices, Rosy? ¿Estás tarde? It's okay. Es sopita de garbanzos con calabacitas. Mira. Sopita de garbanzos con calabacitas. Now what we're going to do, what we're going to add to that is the star of the show, which is garbanzos. So you have your calabacitas in there already. These garbanzos I already cooked. This is what I want to tell you. So garbanzos have like this little skin. When you cook them, when you boil them, they actually start losing the skin. So you can leave the skin on. You could take the skin off, but it's like their little clothing. So you're making your garbanzos naked. So if you like your garbanzos naked, you just take this off. But this has flavor too, and it has fiber. So I don't know. Some people want to keep it on, some people don't. I like to keep it on. So we're going to add the garbanzos with all their little clothing into your soup. I'm telling you guys, this is so healthy, and it's hearty. Healthy and hearty. I like to serve this with some homemade tortillas or some thick sourdough bread. Okay, let's just put them all in there. They barely fit, but it's okay. All right. I forgot to say salucita. So salucita with this, looks like chocolate. It's coffee. I'm going to be wired for the rest of the day. Okay, you guys. So now what you want to do is you want to cover this and reduce the reduce the heat. I'm not going to reduce the heat right now, just so I can finish this and then plate it. But man, look at how pretty it looks already. And I'll show you how to plate it and how to finish it off. How to garnish it. Let's see. Okay, I'll cover it a little bit. Just this way, because I don't want it to what is it called? Okay, so you guys remember the ingredients? Right now is when you add or adjust the salt and the chicken bouillon, because now that the flavors are already married together, you taste the caldito, the juice, the soup. Dang, that's good. It needs a little bit more salt. And I'm going to add a little bit more bouillon, because I love flavor. I love flavor. If you ever invite me over your house, you want my honest opinion, I'll give you my honest opinion. If you don't, then don't ask me. But I like food with flavor. Okay. Okay, and then the last thing you want to prepare, to get ready, is your cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, that's okay. You can omit it. But it just gives it that freshness. If you want to add oregano, you can add a little bit of oregano. But the way you store cilantro, once you buy it, you see. Let me show you. Once you buy your cilantro, you wash it thoroughly, and then you cut the ends off. Cut the ends off with your scissors, with your knife, whatever. You wet a towel with water. You put your cilantro in a Ziploc bag. One of these thick ones is better. It keeps it longer. So you could have it for longer if you're not going to use it right away. And then what you do is you take out all the air. And then you close it. You close it really, really well. Okay? And then it's like, what is it called? That pressure sealed. So this is how you keep it longer. Okay? And then when you're ready to use it, it's ready. You just open it up. Or you could, you do the same. You bring it home. You wash it thoroughly. You cut the ends off. You put it in a something with water, like so, and you put the bag over it. And you put a rubber band at the bottom, and it keeps it fresh for a long time. So, like I said, I can't stand when things go to waste, when things spoil, and so I make sure that I could keep it longer. Okay. So what we're going to use is only some of this. So I'm going to put the wet towel back on this. And I'm going to put it back into its little bag. Okay? So put it back in its little bag, because you want to use all of your cilantro. Okay, so let me see. Is this thing cooking? Oh yeah, it's hot. It's cooking all right. This is real comforting too. You don't have to feel guilty. You could eat this whole pot. You could eat this whole pot by yourself all day long and not feel guilty. And if you want to count the calories of how many calories this has, as opposed to a Big Mac, or you know, one of those burgers with all the sauces and stuff. You might have to cut it in half to equal with the calories in here. But this is, I mean, your body digests this, you know, even better. So be mindful. Be mindful of what you put in your body. Fried foods are delicious. I'm not gonna lie. I'll fry every so often, but I like to bake or grill. Okay. So you're gonna chop your Yes, hi Michelle Torres, ¿cómo estás, corazón? Bienvenida. Soul Food Zen Cooking con Angel Macías. Estamos haciendo una sopita vegana de garbanzos con calabacitas mexicanas. Okay, guys, so you don't want to bruise your herbs too much, so you got to be careful, like how you put them on top of each other, and you know, and just gently use the blade of your knife and cut it to a nice little fine consistency. Rico, huh? Yes, con unas tortillitas de maíz recién hechecitas. Yeah, homemade corn tortillas. You got yourself a delicious dish. Okay, 11:49. Woo, we're gonna be done in an hour again, or maybe less than an hour. So I'm trying to give you guys simple recipes so that I don't keep you on here for 2 hours and stuff. But I do want to be very thorough. Grab my soup bowl. From the Kimberly Maddox collection. Oops. Don't break it, Angel. If I break it, I'm gonna cry. So you know, every time you're gonna plate your soup, you always use one of these plates and your soup plate, and you put it on top. For it not to slide, it is recommended that you put a napkin, or for like if the soup drips, put a napkin under, and it keeps the plate from sliding. Okay, so put a napkin, grab your plate, your bottom plate, put a napkin in between, put the top plate, and then get you some really deep soup spoons. I don't have any of those right now, but I do have some big spoons. So these are the soup spoons. And then, like I said, you serve this with some homemade tortillas or some thick bread, like rustic bread. Smells so delicious, and it's cooking. It's cooking. Oops. One fell out. Okay, so I told you about the virtual launch party for Long Beach Gives, September 17th. Please log on Facebook Live. Go to facebook.com/Long Beach Gives. It's going to be only 30 minutes. So from 4 to 4:30 p.m. on September the 17th, you'll get to hear everything that's going to happen and why we're making such a big deal for this Long Beach Gives. You know, Julie Meenan and the girls at the nonprofit partnership have done an amazing job, not only helping raise money for our nonprofit organizations here in Long Beach, but highlighting the beautiful diversity of all these nonprofits and how how many causes we serve. You know, if any cause that you have, anything that's in your heart, if you go to longbeachgives.org, you're gonna find your cause. And please, please, please sign up to be a peer fundraiser, because we can't do it alone. If you don't have money to donate, sign up to be a peer fundraiser. It doesn't have to be your money. It could be somebody else's money. We know you know people with money, or businesses or foundations that might be interested in donating. Michelle Byerly. There you go. So Michelle and Christina and Nico and everybody that's at the nonprofit partnership, y'all are amazing. And like I said, you guys have my heart and my soul, because you pumped that life back into it. And I don't just say that just because, you know, if I am saying something profound like that, it's because you really did put me back where I needed to be, and you reminded me who I was in Long Beach, and how deep my roots are here. Close to 30 years serving the community, and I'm going to do that till my last breath. You better believe it. It gives me joy. It gives me happiness just to be able to give. Even if it's like the last little $20 I have, I will give it joyously to someone that really needs it. Again, I don't cue up this music. It just happens. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Okay, Michelle and Nico and Julie Meenan and Christina, this song is for you. Lean on me. Let's lean on each other. That's all we have, you know. The government can't do it all. We have to lean on each other to make things happen. Oh yes, somebody else donated. We have $108. Thank you. Today's donations are going to the Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship, so that we can keep sending these ethical and socially conscious leaders to college, because they deserve a chance. They deserve a fighting chance, just like anybody else who already has trust. You know, if you have trust fund babies that can just naturally go to college, and it's already in their future. It's already planned for their future. Why can't some of these other promising youth have that same opportunity? We have to make it possible. We have to find them, and we have to give them the money and the support, okay? Not only money, but support, because we don't want to give them all this money and then they drop out. So we have to hold their hand all the way through to they get their career. And that's what California Families in Focus has done for many years. Right? Así es, Michelle Torres. Claro que sí. Y estoy esperando información de tu hija. So Michelle Torres' daughter is getting ready to launch a virtual I Matter 2 youth fashion show along with her crew. And I'm just so proud of them. I'm happy that people reach out to me to give me their ideas and to ask for my support. And as long as it's serving the community and it has a cause behind it, I'll help you. I'll support you. So, thank you. Okay, so we're almost done with the soup. Let me get some bread. Lean on me. This is actually wheat sourdough bread. It's so good, but it's good for you. It's bread, but you know, if you're gonna eat something that has gluten or carbs, make sure that they're easier to digest, or that it has some sort of health benefits for you. Okay, you guys, we're almost ready to plate. It's 11:56. I know you're proud of me, Renee. You told me you were proud of me last time. because I finished in what, less than an hour? Oh, a few minutes before. So, you know, just make it look pretty, make it look cute. Cut your bread at an angle, and just you could toast it too. Toast it to make it look really nice. Oh, look at you guys. I made a heart. Didn't even know I was making a heart, but I made a heart. Let's put it right there. I'm cheesy, huh? I know. Ooh, this is ready to be served. Ooh. Oh. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. See, Michelle, I want you guys to remember that you are your daughter's teachers. You are your son's teachers. You're the very first teachers, and you're the teachers that are going to be there for the rest of their lives. So whatever you teach them, they're gonna go ahead and do. You know, if you teach them to be caring and considerate and loving, and to not only love themselves, you have to teach them to love themselves first, but to have that love for community. We're going to have some amazing individuals. We're going to have amazing youth that are going to inherit and work for and advocate for their future and the future of their kids. You know, so it sometimes it may seem like a tough job, but it's the greatest investment you'll ever make. Invest in your kids, invest in youth. That's why today we're asking for funding for the Kimberly Maddox Youth Scholarship. Let's keep investing in our youth, but to create ethical and socially conscious leaders. You know, we have to give them roots, let them know who they are, where they come from, and then give them wings. That's what Kim used to do. I didn't come up with that, Kim did. So we have to give them roots and ground them, and then we have to give them wings and let them go. Let them go. Let them fly. Let them show us the way. Let them be the leaders. But you can only get out of a child what you put into them, what you pour into them. So just remember that if you're not giving them time, if you're not giving them advice, if you're not giving them love, you cannot expect it from them. You cannot get from a child what you never put in. All right. It is Sunday and I'm preaching, right? If I'm not preaching, I'm teaching. So we're going to put a little bit of cilantro in there. And then we're going to leave some to garnish. But I hope you guys make this. You know, I hope you guys are making the recipes that I share with you. Make them and then take pictures of them and post them and tag me and say, look what I did, Maestra Angel. That means teacher. Maestra means teacher. So, or master. Profesora, actually profesora or profesor means teacher. Maestra, you're more of a master at something. Okay, so we're ready to plate. So I'll take a picture of this and post it. But please, 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 I'm still looking for 1,000 YouTubers to sign up on YouTube to what is it called? To sign up for my channel, Soul Food Zen Cooking with Angel Macias. So please, please, please become a subscriber. Hit the like buttons when you see my videos, and let's keep creating these amazing recipes. You know, recipes not only for your bellies, but recipes for life. I give you both. Recipes for life and recipes for your belly. Okay, so we'll finish garnishing. Like you could put a little bit of onion on top of this. And what I like to do is squeeze a little bit of lemon or lime. Squeeze a little bit of lemon or lime. And if it's not hot enough, put a little bit of hot sauce, Mexican hot sauce on top of it. So let's see what we have here. Got your cameras ready? Need you guys to take a picture. And then you guys can say, you did it. Okay, so here is the finished product. It's a yummy, yummy, yummy sopa de garbanzo con calabacita. So garbanzo and squash soup. It's really hot, you guys, so I don't want to burn my big old lips. I need these big old lips. It's really hot. I can see like the skins, the garbanzo skins are already coming off. Oh, man. It is kind of like chicken soup. When you have that taste of chicken soup. It's so good. Matter of fact, it doesn't even need any lemon or hot sauce. That jalapeno just put the perfect amount of spice, and I think the tomatoes, the citrusy of the tomatoes. Oh man, this is good. This is really good. Hearty, homey, healthy. You could make this. I'm telling you, you could eat that whole pot and not feel bad about it. So please make it. Please make it. Make it for your family. Teach your children that they can eat healthy. Making myself dizzy with that. So teach your kids, your children, that they could eat healthy and for it to have a lot of flavor. I love you. Don't forget the virtual launch party. Thank you to State Farm. Oh, I forgot to mention the agents for State Farm. So, State Farm gave us $5,000. Thank you so much for our VIP, for our virtual mentoring program. So thank you to State Farm for your generous donation. We love you. Thank you, Ina. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, everybody, for organizing. And today's agents is Glenda Green, State Farm agent. Her address is 3824 Crenshaw Boulevard, Los Angeles, California. Her phone number is 323-293-9990. And also Jackie Morales, State Farm agent. Her address is 4051 Inglewood Avenue, Suite 103, Redondo Beach, California, 90254. Her phone number is 310-937-5972. Perfect. Thank you, because they weren't hearing me. So the music just turned off all by itself. Okay, so Glenda Green and Jackie Morales, thank you for your donation. I love you all so much, and let's keep paying it forward and making a difference. Stay positive, but test negative, and I will see you the next time. I'm going to post the final results of this amazing cooking class. It's healthy, it's nutritious, it's delicious. Please make it. If you missed it, I'm going to load it up on YouTube right now. So go to YouTube, log on to Soul Food Zen Cooking with Angel Macias, and you're going to get the ingredients and the video. And thank you so much. Thank you for celebrating the life and legacy of my wife, Kim Maddox. And please, please, please make a donation in her name, in her honor, so that we can keep sending our ethical youth to college. Okay, because we need ethical leaders, ethical youth. will produce ethical leaders. Okay? I love you. Have a blessed Sunday and relax. And again, wherever you are, raise your glass and toast to the life and legacy of Kim Maddox. Thank you.